Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I'm here with my co-host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur, tech diva. I got stuff dinging and pinging, so I'm trying to turn off stuff if you're wondering what's going on over here. Oh, and today is Monday, and we always like to have just conversations about different things that affect you as a business owner. And the thing we're going to be talking about today is ta-da,
Boiling frog.
boiling frogs. Okay.
Yeah, boiling frogs.
Boiling frogs. Hey, Fred.
People probably, hey, I'll be on camera in a sec. People are probably thinking, what do you mean boiling frogs?
No, we have not turned into a cooking show. We're still here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. So if you're wondering what we're talking about in reference to boiling frogs, tune in, lean in, and let's talk about this.
And we got Mark in the clubhouse. I'm going to ask him if he'd like to come up and enjoy the conversation too.
Hey, Mark, how you doing this morning?
And
morning, ladies.
Hey,
morning. Good morning.
So we're talking about boiling frogs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so the conversation started. There was an experiment. I don't know how long ago they did this experiment where they took the frog and they had already boiled some water and they dropped the frog in it, and the frog immediately jumped out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did a second experiment where the water was just, I guess maybe room temperature. And they put the frog in it, and the frog was swimming around, enjoying the water, and it was all good. He's doing backstrokes or whatever frogs do in the water. But then they began to turn the heat up on the water. They turned it up little by little, until eventually the frog was boiled. What does that have to do with our business? What does that have to do with your success in life? It is the notice factor. It is things that are incremental. You don't notice it. And sometimes we don't notice our success, but we are having success, but we just didn't notice it. You understand? Hey, Jamar, we just didn't notice that we are being successful. We didn't notice that, oh, wait, I am running a business and it is good and things are going well. It's because we're doing it, or we should be doing things on a consistent basis, that the success is eventual. It's like the turning of the leaves when it turns from winter to spring. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. It's an eventual process. Anybody want to weigh in?
Mark. Mind for me always is one of the things that comes to mind with this analogy for me always is how often people do not define success. And if you do not clearly define success, you're not going to know it when it knocks on your door. And sometimes people make the mistake of only defining the ultimate big picture level of success instead of the incremental levels that are required to reach that ultimate goal. So that's why I always encourage people to define what is success for you today, so that you continue to build that muscle and see your progress as you're moving toward that bigger goal.
Yes, very well stated. Terry?
I like that perspective. Can we get a daily appreciation for the fact that we're moving toward the goal? I think the problem too is that this whole comparison thing going on. We're looking online, we're seeing people, I made 6 figures in 2 minutes and you can too. And da da da. It's like our life is like one big, what do you call it? Info commercial for success. And the people that we're looking at who are having all these wonderful results did not get there in 2 minutes. They are not an overnight success. Their life was a series of events, planned events that eventually got them to this point.
Okay, very
incremental, right? A simmering before you see the boil. There's a simmering before you see the boil. And then my question is, what are you going to do when the heat is turned up?
Well, you'll be prepared, when the heat gets turned up because you've been acclimated to the change in the temperature.
Yeah, it was gradual. So you're in position because you didn't jump over here and skip 9-10 steps, and now you got to back into things.
Right. And we have Sharon and Dryer Buzz over listening in Clubhouse today as well. And if you all want to weigh in on the conversation, we're going to give you an opportunity to do so. So we're looking at just the gradual points of success. I like what Mark says. There's I guess signposts along the way, identifying your success points. When I get here, this is a checkpoint. That's what it is, a checkpoint. Success checkpoints. And if you, like he said, know what it is that you have identified as a success checkpoint, it's going to be a better experience for you. You were not floundering so much.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, TJ. TJ's in Clubhouse too.
How you doing, TJ?
So we're talking about boiling frogs. Mm-hmm. So what frogs have you all been boiling? Or what is it that you're working on that...
What do you have simmering?
Simmering, yeah, that's good.
Well, I've got a couple of over medium eggs I'm trying to get down in the pot here for breakfast and listening in. And I love that you said checkpoints. Because last week, and I hate that I have to say last week because I don't think I did a very good job with it, but I guess I did considering the climate that we're in right now. But this is the first week of my second year.
Woo-hoo!
Last week being the anniversary. I hear my eggs popping. The anniversary of me making my first stove. So I get to look back. And one of the things I did this week was try to figure out how to celebrate that. So I got a couple things lunch, and I said, okay, it's time for me to start learning to work with more oil. Larger bars, that was my checkpoint, trying to make sure I'm on point with that, my own milestone, not any hey, this is what the industry does. No, here is, and that was the thing, trying not to follow, the industry and realize that I could come into this at my own pace, you know what I'm saying? So that was the thing of learning to work with more oils at one time, putting out, increasing the production. But the real hard part for me was celebrating out loud. That was the thing, because with the climate we're in, I didn't know how to market without causing somebody else to have, even the thought of other people, because what everybody has going on, so I didn't really know how to celebrate it. That's the mic.
Look,
DJ.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I want to say to Dryer Buzz, see, not that I understand what she's saying, because of that, a lot of business owners, and not even just women business owners, but business owners have a thing about not tooting their horn, but you have to toot your own horn, but you're not ostentatious about it. You know what I mean? She made a nice post saying, it was a year ago, blah, blah, blah. And everybody was like, hey, congratulations, happy anniversary, and things like that. And then also you got to look at where you come in the last year. You come so far because, first of all, you didn't start the business saying, well, I'm going to make 100 different bars of soap. You said, I'm going to make a few. And then what you just said was about gradually doing different oils or making bigger bars. And a lot of business owners don't start out, they want to start out doing the whole world, and then nothing gets done or is a success. But now that you started with, I'm going to do a few lines, a few this, and then I'm going to increase gradually. So I want to congratulate you on that. But also don't feel like you can't celebrate your wins. Because Mario, if you follow Mario Armstrong, he always says that. He says, what's your win? Celebrate your wins for the week. So I just want to say that's awesome. And you should be happy that you successfully accomplished this and you have plans for more to increase the business. Done speaking.
Okay, Terry. That was TJ. Now we have Terry.
I was looking over here and Carlos is making jokes. Did you see that?
Yeah, because the boiling frogs, he was like, what did he say about our stuff?
Cruelty to animals.
Cruelty to animals. Okay, Carlos.
Yeah, I understand exactly what Dryer Buzz was saying, because for some reason, 2020, I just didn't feel like I could really ask people to purchase things. And I don't know what it was, but for some reason, it just stopped me in my tracks. I think there was just so much whatever. I don't even want to go down that path, but whatever it was, it paralyzed me in my business. And I am, getting back to it because it seems like this is a more hopeful time with all the things that are opening up, etc. But yeah, I can understand how that would affect you, Dryer Buzz, and I empathize. I just wanted to say that. I want to give a shout out over here to Jerry Scott over here. We got Carlos in the house. How you doing, guys?
So we got a couple of other people over there that haven't said nothing, but they're watching. So welcome to the live. Welcome to the replay. And Mark.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, first of all, Dryer Buzz, congratulations. Applause to you. And I think that there is a big difference between celebrating your accomplishments and bragging. Right? You're celebrating the truth of what you've accomplished, and that deserves to be celebrated. And one of the reasons why I think this is really important, and it takes me to another point about this boiling frog analogy, is I think we have to be very conscious of the story that we're telling. The story that we're telling ourselves and the story that we're telling our clients, our customers, because it has everything to do with the level of success that will occur in the next chapter. And one of the things that I've noticed that happens a lot is a lot of people enjoy the pain of the boiling water. Which means that some people condition themselves to become more charged by the story of the challenges and obstacles and difficulties and limitations than they do the celebration of those incremental successes. So it's really important that you start listening to yourself, and not only your inner monologue, but what you are speaking aloud, because you are creating the environment that is either tempering or fostering your success. And so, Dryer Buzz, I say to you that it is absolutely imperative that you acknowledge and celebrate your accomplishments, not only because you deserve it, but because it has everything to do with how the next chapter will unfold.
Wow. Great points, Mark. Go ahead, Dryer Buzz.
I'm just gonna say thank you for that, because it does not celebrating that hampers whether or not we get to lunch and say, hey, we're in the second year, or we've got all these things that need to roll out. And so if we roll those things out, not having celebrated that milestone, it's a little fizzle in the party, right?
Right.
So yeah, I need to, I need to, because the next phase, like you said, if we don't enjoy this moment, it is going to do something with the next phase of it. And I don't want to, be like you hear great, and not to put ourselves there. You hear about great stories. I know a lot of people when they talk about their business was going to lunch and 9/11 happened, and all these different things. And I don't want to mark this time, and of course I'm coming out of a grief phase, and I'm like, oh God, I don't want that to be the story, but that is the story. It is the rebounding from all of that, and to understand that, wow, look at opportunity. It waited. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said,
I love that.
Because I get to tell the story of this. Because so many people are afraid that opportunity will pass them by. And for me to be able to say, no, it waits. It waits, and you can propel it at any given time. As long as you do what you need to do for you, So I think that is part of the celebration. And maybe that's why I wasn't able to truly celebrate it, because I wasn't adding that component to it. And so there we go. Like you said, it sets up the next part. Thank you for that, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it goes back to childhood, right? How many people's mothers or fathers says, "Who do you think you are, Missy?"
That's true.
It's about being able to answer that question by saying, "I will tell you who I am."
Wow.
As an adult. And really owning it and celebrating it. So the only question I would have for you, Dry Buzz, is you said I really need to celebrate. Is it something you really need to do, or is it something you're going to do?
It's something I'm going to do. I need to do it. Just to basically acknowledge, my faith in this, the work that's been in it, the supporters that have been around it, and it comes down to like listening and hearing when I hear Terry reference the soaps and different things like that, or anybody reference it, you go like, wow, people actually see me, and again, I guess that goes somewhere as well. So yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm going to celebrate it in spite of all that's going on. Pass the mic.
All right. Terry?
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to tell Dry Buzz, yeah, we see you. That's the beauty of social media. And I know there's a lot of negativity surrounding it. And I'm not saying ignoring it, but I always say it's a tool. You can use it for good and bad. But if you're out there doing TikTok and Instagram and you're not doing it, you're just saying, hey, look at me make wonderful soaps. And I said this before, like we could go to the corner store and get the soap for 99 cents, the 99-cent store. But I'm like, I want that soap because you make it appealing. You're showing us the process. And like you said, you made the post about the 1 year. I was like, it's only been a year? It seems like you've been doing it much more than a year. So that's what I was saying. Celebrate. Pat yourself on the back, let us do that, and then we see you. But that's the beauty of social media. You want to do it for business, have passion for it, believe in what you're doing, be authentic, and let everything flow from there. I'm done speaking.
All right. And we got Mark is in there. Carlos just joined us over in Clubhouse, and he's still over here on Facebook. Mark, you were going to say something.
I just wanted to say one more thing. It just brings to mind a favorite quote of mine, which I'm paraphrasing, which Wayne Dyer used to always speak about, and that is that great achievers never rely on the good opinion of other people.
Wow. I'm clapping that one up. Okay.
We have a comment over here from Carlos.
Yes, Carlos, did you want to say your comment or you want us to read it? Because, okay, you didn't. Okay, I'm going to read it. Carlos says, I love to brag, but if and when I brag, it's only when the success and value are there and not beforehand. To brag before success is not good. Well stated. Well stated.
Yes.
That's good. That's a good one.
Well, I have a friend who says it's a poor rooster that won't crow over their own hen house. Come on, folks. It's okay
Oh,
to
okay, wait. How about it's a poor frog that won't croak over his own pond. Get it? Frog, boiling frog. Oh,
got it. His own lily pad.
but we need to do that. You are good at something. You are excel at something. Actually, I would say you all are great at something, and we need to let people know. Do you want the people that you serve going to somebody that is not as good or as great as you are? No. We cringe when people go to substandard people to get help. Well, not substandard people, substandard service
Well,
to
let's
get
talk.
help.
Let's talk about handbags.
Yes,
Let's talk about handmade, custom designed handbags.
right. So there's a lady that is a part of our Biz Chicks group, and she creates handbags from hand. Literally sews them together,
Yes,
leather. They're gorgeous bags.
gorgeous.
And I prefer to buy their bag like TJ and the soap. I'm getting soap from Dryer Buzz instead of going to the 99-cent store. I'm getting handbags from this lady instead of normally going to the other manufacturer. I can go buy a Coach bag. I can go buy Louis Vuitton or whatever, but she made a handbag especially for me.
Custom designed.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to celebrate that. She I don't know if she really knows how good she is.
And sometimes it's difficult for her to wrap her mind, like, nobody wants what I have, is sometimes what we hear her say. We're like, yeah, well, hold on. You got people wanting you're selling bags. You are actually selling the bags. And the observation is, if you're doing the bags that are, what did I say, off the rack, the off the rack are going to sell a lot faster because they're just common items. They're not unique, but the unique ones take a little bit more time. They need to simmer a little bit more. And then the right customer needs to have that particular item.
And you need not be afraid to ask for the correct price. You're not just tossing these things off an assembly line.
And I think sometimes we get the assembly line and the boutique confused, or we want the results of the assembly line when we are a boutique Friday.
We think we do. Boutique. We think we want that until we have to produce it as a creator of the product. Up all night sewing 50 bags. No, you need to ask for what they're really worth so that you have time to give them the attention that they deserve. And that's the part that makes you love what you do.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else want to weigh in on the boiling frog syndrome, simmering, and then success is eventual?
I love what Dryer Buzz said about opportunity will wait. It'll be standing there saying, "Are you ready?" Oh, and it makes me think of dating.
Okay.
If you're worth it, he'll wait.
Oh. If you hear that, Carlos, if you're worth it, she'll wait.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you are worth it. So there you are. Oh, that's really good. We are all worth the wait.
We're all worth the wait.
And our clients, like before, I was saying, our clients need the best of us. And I really believe the best of us is worth investing in honing your craft. Dryer Buzz is like 1 year in celebrating it. I'm like, wow. I'm like with TJ, I had no clue. I just thought you'd always been there.
I did too.
And soaps are there, but that's because you're out there every day talking about what it is that you do, and you have become a staple in the online world. If we don't see Dryer Buzz, something is wrong. You're the Kleenex in the soap world.
In the industry, yes.
And your name is, like Zoom is come synonymous with online. What did they do? No, online.
You're talking about Zoom now.
Yeah, Zoom is the thing people when
online
you want to
meetings and
yeah, when you want to do a meeting, you think Zoom, even though Zoom may not be the best product. But with Dryer Buzz,
nevertheless,
she is the
best
epitome
product
of the soap. You're just like, oh, soap, Dryer Buzz, okay. Because she shows us what she does and she engages us. Okay, so that should be celebrated.
Absolutely. So I want to say this, make sure I get this in, is that congratulations. Congratulations, Jarrett, on your anniversary. And we celebrate that with you.
Right.
Thank you. I got out of bed like midnight last night. I had some photos I wanted to do. And so, man, I'm like, and I'm always thinking like, man, how are people doing this other stuff? And I'm like, girl, you know where your time goes. I got out of bed at midnight last night to do a photo shoot of this show. The next thing you know, it was like 3 a.m. And I'm like, okay. But it pays off. It definitely pays off, because to hear you ladies, thank you so much for that as I head into this second year.
Yay.
Congratulations.
And see, what the other thing is that we have to do us, and Mark keeps telling you, what is your us? What is it that you do? Even though other people are not doing that process, you are doing that process. You may not be able to put that in a book and say, okay, you got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning in order to do a photo shoot, and then it's going to take you till 3 a.m. That's your recipe. That's you doing you. We all have our recipe and the thing that we need to be doing to make it go for us. Are you up early? If you're not an early morning person, whatever floats your boat, what works for you. And if you go ahead.
I know for me, I soak in a day room, so it's got lots of natural daylight. And in talking with Dr. Tati, I wanted to do this in the daytime, but in order to do it in the daytime, I had to put up blackout curtains and black out the room. So during the day, instead of feeding, getting that energy from that natural daylight, it felt like I was going into this dark room, right? And I'm like, okay, that's not working for me, because I'm not inspired. I don't get to look out, into the beautiful change of season while I'm working. And so I kind of felt some kind of way. So I was like, okay, I got to take these curtains down. The room is the perfect darkness at night in order to get the photos. I had to go back tonight. So I got to find a balance of when I'm going to do this stuff. But, you always have to find the balance. And I think in everything that we do, so that we don't end up resenting what we're doing, because that could be a flip at any moment, right?
Yes.
And I didn't want to resent what I'm doing, or I don't want it to feel like work, right?
Otherwise, there you go.
Work. And so I have to make sure you have to find the balance in it, and what you want to do, what you love, what does it need? What does it need in order for you to always be inspired to do it? And so trying to go to bed, I'm like, no, you want to go take those pictures. You want to see what that soap looks like in the camera, in the moonlight. Go get it done. So I had to get back up and get it done. All right, y'all, pass the mic.
Okay. Well, California Cover-Ups, we are putting together a box. We're doing a collaboration for Mother's Day. We're only doing 12 boxes, and we are putting, I'm collaborating with the Great Bath Experience. So the box will have a jeweled mask, and it will have, she makes bath bombs. So, and that's my way of coming back into the market, doing something I love, and celebrating Mother's Day, but not overwhelming myself, because then my creativity becomes work. And because I heard you say dry buzz. You don't want it to become work. If you're a creative, you got to make sure that the joy stays in there. You know what I'm saying? That it's a profitable business that's fun to run. And so I'm enjoying that. We put together the boxes the other day, and it was just a blessing.
Nice. Well, man, I just want to thank everybody for taking part in this conversation. I come up with these wild ideas like
Before we go, talking about celebrating, it's your birthday month, Fran. I want people to know that so they can come in and celebrate you. It's Francine's birthday month because I know you're only here on the air Mondays and Fridays. So, hey, we just want to say, hey, we celebrate you and we appreciate all that you do, which is quite a bit. And here at Biz Chicks, we just love you. So we just want to thank you for making this possible, putting us on so many channels, so many ways to communicate. Hey, all you guys out there in Clubhouse, thank you so much for tuning in. And Carlos says, happy birthday month, Fran.
Thank you. And Jerry says that's what she's doing also. She's doing Mother's Day baskets. Mm-hmm. And see, here's the thing. I can go to Dry Buzz and get some soaps to send to people. And there's just so many new and unique.
Yes, see, the uniqueness of what you do is so important.
Because her soaps are so pretty, you almost don't want to touch them. But we do have to shower today, Dry Buzz. So you almost don't want to touch them. But they're gorgeous. They smell good. You're almost like, oh man, I just want to put that in a jar and leave it there. Yeah.
Yes.
And you know what? Do you know somebody has that at the .com, and they're selling it pretty reasonable? So I'm just debating on whether or not I should buy it. I did do another version of it. I did, but did you shower today.com? But the price on the other one was pretty reasonable, so I'm thinking about it.
You might need to go grab that. You know, did you shower today? Yeah. I think you might need to go get that.
Yeah, I'm like, you hate to do it because you know it's like, is this even real? Is it a real person? Are they just trying to get more money out of me? But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get that one.
And then does it go? TJ might be able to answer this question. Does it go back to the regular $12.99 after you buy it for whatever they're asking?
Oh yeah, that's a question.
Yeah, because once you bought it from them, it's like buying real estate now. Do I get the regular?
Now I own it. Okay, so then I better check on that because I didn't think about that because I was like, it's like I want it, and I'm like, wait, will I have to renew it at that price if I get it at that price? Yeah, that is a question. Let me know.
Yeah, so TJ may be able to help us with that one.
Or is there another way, like you said, to pose the question?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening for a second. I'm doing two things, working and listening.
Oh, that's okay.
You need me to answer.
Okay, so Dry Buzz is purchasing a domain, but it's not. It's the. Go ahead and tell her, Yolanda. Dry Buzz.
Well, somebody has the tagline, "Did you shower today?" Mm-hmm. And they're selling it, through GoDaddy at a pretty reasonable price, unless I go back and it is double, But we were saying if I buy it, will I have to renew it at that price, or will it go back to the regular price?
It goes back to when you renew it. When you buy a domain, because I buy them all the time, and I use Namecheap, I believe, and they have a sale, 88 cents, $2.99. So I'm always buying it, but they will tell you when you buy it. Directly, they will show the price when it renews, so it will renew at the price that it's showing, not the sale price.
Okay, so but hers is a unique. Someone else is selling that domain, and it's higher than
somebody else is selling it. Okay,
yeah,
but when you buy it
for me, and they have it up for sale,
but they should have that information should be given to you when you buy it, all because they're transferring it to you.
Okay,
it's being transferred to you. So that information should be with the registrar, GoDaddy, or whoever. That information should transfer over. Or you could ask, if you buy it, whoever it is, say how much is the annual. But that's one of the things you can ask them to let you know, because they know what the annual renewal price is.
Okay.
Carlos?
Yeah, I just want to make sure on that, because I'm definitely thinking about it. I mean, there's no way for me not to have it, right?
Right.
Wait a minute now. Is it a .com or what is it?
It's .com.
Okay, and what are they doing with it now? Do you know?
Nothing.
I think it was just referring back to. I don't think anything's on it. Let me double check. I don't think anything.
Carlos says it will be regular price.
Carlos says it will be a regular price.
He also wants to know, did you shower your butt today.com?
Carlos
Now,
does.
I see have you shower today.com for $888 a year on namecheap.com. I see it available on there.
Yeah, so why are you buying it from someone? Buying it from someone else or from?
Oh, you better go to Namecheap then. Did you shower today.com?
You know what? Didn't I said it feels like a bot situation. So wait a minute. Okay, where did y'all go?
I said have you. I didn't say did you. So that might be the difference. I said have you showered today.com.
No, right. Did you shower today.com? Yeah.
Okay, that's where the difference is.
Okay, so did you shower your butt today.com?
No. Did you shower today.com? And then, I would ask them questions. Dryer Buzz.
Whoever has it is not doing anything with it. You know, that's why I said I think they just bought it and made it for sale.
Right. So a lot of people will do that. They will buy domains at like 88 cents, $2.99, $8.99, the regular price. And then when you want it, they'll say, well, it's, $500. So
okay, while y'all are doing all of that, Jerry wants to know where she can find the soap. Okay, well, y'all
I'm gonna put it over here. Dryerbuzz.com is where you can find the soap. Am I correct, Dryer Buzz?
It's Shop Dryer Buzz.
Shop Dryer Buzz. Actually, it's both. ShopDryerBuzz.com and then DryerBuzz.com. I just pointed to Dryer Buzz since we're not doing the blog right now. So everything. Guess what?
And follow her on Instagram. And follow her on Instagram and TikTok, and you'll see all the little buttons to buy the soap.
Okay, Jerry said thank you. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's in the chat, Jerry. Okay. Cool.
Right. This is go ahead, Dryer Buzz. You was gonna add something.
I just want to say that's a lesson that Terry talks about all the time. We come out here and we say, quick quirks and get things trending. And if you don't go and secure it up, somebody else will. So
right.
Not that I lost it on anything because I was able to get a version of it, but I still want it, because I'm saying it every day, all day, and people probably end up. You never know where you're sending traffic, particularly on social media. So you want to make sure you get that done. And if people hone in on that, that's what they're going to Google.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Dryer Buzz, you don't have to stick with a .com. It could be, the name .store, .co. There's lots of other. They're called extensions. Domains that people are buying up if they can't. And here's an example. Somebody I follow that talks about WordPress, and their site is whatever the brand name .net, because she said when she tried to get the .com, the person that bought it wanted like $2,000-$3,000. She was like, no. Because you don't need everybody goes for the .com. You don't really need the .com because you're telling people where to go anyway. Just like we just said,
stuff going on over here.
We tell people where to go buy the soap. Whatever it is. So there's lots of other domain extensions to look at, just in case this person gives you an astronomical price to buy the .com. Just something to think about.
Right. And that's how we got bizchicks.net, because I wasn't paying whatever they was asking for bizchicks.
It was $2,500 or something crazy.
Not doing it.
But once we started using it, it's just here. Make sure it's
spelled right. Thanks, Carlos. Yeah, because nothing like typing the wrong thing and you pay for it.
Yeah. And then Donna says, okay, she's just joining. She didn't know what the heck was going on. Animal cruelty and showering. She's laugh out loud. She says, and boiling frogs. What the heck? We were talking about getting your business simmering. Let's see. Jerry's over here on the live saying, out when you shower today.
Now, Carlos has a comment here. He says, okay, Carlos, we are not putting that on there. Carlos says, you do not want people to go to the .com by buying a .net. You are marketing their business.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody? Okay. So this has been a really good conversation. I'm enjoying the conversation. We're boiling frogs, which means we're just simmering, and we are taking our time and doing our business our way, and being okay with it.
Exactly.
Being okay with the eventual success. And then, like Mark said, you need to know what success looks like to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a big takeaway. So we want to thank everybody for joining in on this conversation. We're looking forward to Dryer Buzz's Did You Shower Today.com. Donna, yeah, we could have said boiling water, but there was a point to it. There was a point to the boiling frogs. Not to say that we're going to actually boil frogs. But we want to thank everybody watching live on the replay over in Clubhouse. Thank you so much for this conversation. Go out and get your business going and have some fun. Follow one another. Get some soap from Dryer Buzz. Call Mark for some wisdom. Terry, TJ, go ahead.
Yes, I went and investigated, and I was looking up other alternatives that Did You Shower Today. There's a .club, so that if you buy that, you can do a soap club. That could be.
I like it. I like it.
Talk about soap. You know, talk about soap. What you're doing. Did they shower? So it doesn't. What I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be a .com. It just has. You just have to buy the domain and tell people to go there. That's it.
Right. That you're sending people wherever you need them to go. And if you're looking for publishing help with a book, you need to talk to Cheryl. Sharon Lewis is in the house, and she's in the process of publishing her books. We got D Works in the house, and Miss D, do you have a production coming up? I don't know why I'm thinking, I don't know, it was not Lion King. Something's coming up.
Hello, yes, I have for Color Girls. For Color Girls is coming up this weekend on the 24th.
Woo! On Clubhouse. And
yes.
Let me see if I got this right. You guys remember the old radio shows where people used to listen in on the radio and listen to mysteries or productions and that type of thing? Is that what we're in for? That type of where we can listen in, Ms. D?
Yes, most definitely. But I'm going to tell you now, it is powerful, and it's not just going to be a performance. You can expect to be moved. You can expect to be healed. You can expect to be released from some traumas, hopefully, that you've been hanging on to. So it is a powerful piece, a powerful production that's going to be happening on Saturday at, I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me get the correct time. But it will be right here on Clubhouse.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. So you all need to follow D, so when it goes live, you'll be able to get the notification for it. And then Carlos says he just heard a Star Trek radio show style club on Clubhouse, and it was awesome. I think I heard the same one, Carlos. I was like, oh, they were doing, they had actors and everything playing the parts. It was really good. So I'm looking forward to for Color Girls this weekend. And then Donna Zeifinger, she has a travel club. Donna, stand by. I'm going to let you talk a little bit here. She has a travel club, and Donna is vegan. So she has she has, if you want to travel vegan style, you need to be able to connect with her. She has a travel club on Tuesdays called Vegan Travel at 5 p.m. And I believe that's Pacific 5
time.
p.m. Eastern time, because I think she's over in the East Coast. And then she also talks on the club on Friday on plant-based wellness Fridays at 7 p.m. So Donna is here.
Donna, I thought she was on the West Coast. Tell us, where are you, Donna, when you take the mic?
I'm in Maryland.
Yes.
I'm on
okay.
Yeah, I thought she was on the East Coast.
Okay.
So Donna, we're looking forward to hearing more on vegan travel and vegan lifestyle, because it's a thing now. It took a long time to get here, but it's a thing. It's always been here, but for it to go mainstream, it took a while. Carlos still got jokes. Vegan Travel Club, is there a Meat Eaters Travel Club? Oh.
No, Carlos.
Carlos is funny. So thank you all. We're looking forward to hanging out with you again in Clubhouse and over here live on bizchicks.live every Monday through Friday. TJ's coming in tomorrow. TJ, you want to tell them what you got planned for tomorrow, or will we want to be surprised? And I think she's working.
Yeah, she's working.
All right. So TJ is on tomorrow. We're talking digital marketing and social media. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time right here on bizchicks.live. Not in the Clubhouse, but definitely on bizchicks.live. You can subscribe on our YouTube channel. I don't know. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. We have all of those.
Instagram.
And Mark, Mark, you can, especially if you want to get clarity on what success looks like to you and other life things that help you do better in life, you need to reach out to Mark. And Mark
he'll help you navigate some of this.
Yeah. markward.com or Ask Mark Ward, I think it is. askmarkward.com, and he will help you with that. So with that, we are going to sign off. We want to say thank you so much. We're looking forward to the next time. Friday, we'll be back here on the Clubhouse, and as well as for Talking Tech.
Yes.
A lot of things going on in the world of tech.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful
good night. Okay.
rest of the week, and we'll be back with you very, very soon.
It's been a pleasure talking with you all. Shout out to everybody on Clubhouse, for all of you on our different channels over here on social media. We just wanted to say, remember to go to the front of your own line. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.